Welcome to Slim Katie News. We might be slim, but we have the thickest news. I'm Abby, and today we'll be talking about the evolution of JCOS. Jeffco Open School hasn't always been in Lakewood, but it has been since 1989. Before then, it's been in places such as Arvada, Edgewater, and Evergreen. In 1969, the idea of a learning community which honored the development of the whole child was introduced by a group of parents and students. Now to you, Qualay and Scott.
Thanks, Abby. I'm here with Principal Scott Bain. So, Scott, what year did you come to JCOS?
Let's see. So I was hired to start in the fall of 2000. So 22 years ago, almost.
What are some major events that has happened while you've been here?
Well, a couple big things are when I went from being a teacher and advisor here to being principal. They had just finished the construction on this side of the building, so in 2010, that was a pretty big deal. We moved into this building, and so my predecessor, who was named Wendy Wheaton, had been the principal in the old building, and so this office has always been my office because that's when we finished the construction and moved in here. And then another big thing was there was a period of time shortly after I became principal when we were this state was sort of scrutinizing what we were doing here because our test scores weren't great at the time. So we had to focus some energy on doing that, and that was kind of a rough period of time, but we were able to do that successfully and still be the open school. So, and then now with the second phase of construction, that's another big, cool project that we're working on. So, yeah.
What upgrades have you seen here?
Well, so building-wise, this is the oldest continuously used school building in Jefferson County. It's actually been used as a school since before Jefferson County was even a school district. So this actually used to be the headquarters for the Lakewood School District before there was a Jefferson County School District. So this is an old building, and so all the renovations have been, pretty, brought it up to sort of the current standard and made it a better facility. And that'll be complete next year. And then as far as educationally, a lot of what we do works really well. So, so a lot of the work is just sort of continuing to be able to do the things that we do, like offer trip programs, and certainly COVID has been hard to navigate through that. And when I first started here way back in 2001 was when 9/11 happened, and so they had closed down international travel at that point for us. So there's been periods of time when we didn't get to travel, and so we had to work to get that back, kind of thing. But we still, focus on travel and self-directed learning through digs and passages and what have you, and the advising program. So it's sort of like making sure that we're doing this program right by offering the types of things that are the reasons why people have chosen to come here. So it's mostly trying to keep doing what we believe works.
What was your favorite class to teach?
That's a really interesting question. That's a hard one. Trip classes are generally, I really like those. And I used to teach a Lewis and Clark class on trip, and so we would spend a semester or the year studying the Lewis and Clark expedition and all aspects of that, and then that would culminate in a river trip, and we would float the Missouri River in Montana, which is the river that Lewis and Clark floated, so we could actually pull over and camp and read the journals from their trip from the actual location that they were written, and that was a really cool class. But there are so many good ones that I feel like I've been able to participate in over the years, like did a trip where we went to Ireland, did a class and trip where we would do a similar kind of study of the river ecosystem and do the Colorado River in Colorado and Utah. I used to teach psychology and a class on the Vietnam War. So I don't know. I have more classes that I liked than I didn't like, so that's a hard one to answer too. Yeah.
When did you start teaching here at JCUS?
Yeah, so that was the same time I arrived. So when I got here in 2000, I was a teacher and advisor. I started in the middle school and worked in the middle school for the majority of my teaching career here. And then I was an instructional coach, but I still had an advising group. And so I did an experimental kind of 7 through 12 advising group for a couple of years. Obviously that didn't take off because we don't have 7-12 advising groups now, but that was something I played with the support of the staff to kind of see how that went. And then I was the AP for a couple of years, and this is actually my 12th year as principal. So it's been a while.
Thank you, Scott, for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Qualay. Now to Leah with the weather.
Thank you, Abby. Are you guys enjoying the weather? Well, today is going to be a high of 29 degrees and a low of 10 degrees. Tomorrow will be a high of 26 degrees and will not get hotter. Wednesday will be a high of 6 degrees and a low of 0 degrees. Then for the rest of the week, it will be a high of 96 degrees and a low of 89 degrees. That's weather. Now to Abby once again.
And just like that, we're done for today. Thanks for watching. See you again soon on Slim Katie News. Okay.
That was wonderful. Alright. Thank you, Abby. Are you guys enjoying the weather? Wow, today's going to be a high of 29 degrees Fahrenheit and a low...
We'll take out the things, Abby.
Wait, hold on. I'll do
Shut up. Both of you. Alright, now we have to
Abby, if you don't do better next time, you are going to be fired.
Alright, so